Hey everyone, I'm King. This handsome gentleman here is
Blake.
And we'll be reviewing Phoebe Bridgers' newish album, Punisher. Reason being, for me at least, so me and Blake work together, and he's always just fucking talking about Phoebe Bridgers like all the time, 24/7. And finally I'm like, all right, fine. I'll listen to her new album to see what she's all about. So since you're a super fan, Blake, why don't you tell us a little bit about Phoebe?
Sure. So Phoebe Bridgers, if you don't know, which I'm sure you don't know anything about her.
I know that she's nominated for some Grammys. That's about it.
Okay. She's from LA. She's out of LA. Punisher is her second studio album. She had one before this in 2018, I think it was. It's called Stranger in the Alps. She's done a couple side projects since then. Boy Genius, if you've heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
This was 2018 as well, but it's kind of like a super group with her and Lucy Dacus and Julian Baker.
Okay.
Do you know who they are?
I don't know. No,
cool.
I don't.
Good talk. She also formed a band with Connor Oberst from Bright Eyes, and they released an album last year.
That's a name I know. Another name I know because of you, Bright Eyes, because you're also talking about Bright Eyes all the time.
Yeah. So they formed a band too. So she's been doing other stuff besides like doing her solo stuff. But yeah, this is her second studio album. People are pretty stoked about it. I had really high hopes, and I thought I was going to get let down, but it's amazing. So
sweet. So she's fairly new in the scene. Do you know how long she's been? Has she only been big like the past couple of years?
Yeah, kinda. I think she got like big from just like working with a bunch of other artists.
Oh, okay.
Like Julian Baker and Connor and that sort of thing. But yeah, this album came with 4 Grammy nominations. So Best New Artist, Best Alternative Album, Best Rock Performance, and Best Rock Song.
Sweet.
So get ready. Her last album was very like melancholy and slow, sad acoustic stuff. And this album is like pretty different.
Is it a little bit heavier?
Yeah, it's sometimes. Yeah.
Compared to your old stuff?
Yeah. It's boppier. It's still really sad, but it tricks you.
Boppier.
Yeah.
It's one of your zing words.
Yeah.
So we'll be listening to Punisher and kind of giving our comments in between each song, and from like an audiophile / musician perspective, because that's what we are. We're audiophile musicians. We're both audio engineers, and we nerd out about not only the musical aspect but mix aspects and all that jazz nerdy shit. So let's get started.
Sweet.
Press play.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. First song is called DVD Menu, and I have not listened to any of her music at all, so my ears are virgin to Phoebe Bridgers. Here we go. Like it already. Eerie.
Kind of spooky.
I like the orchestral aspect to it there.
A lot of strings in this record. A lot of horns too.
Nice. So that was kind of like an intro kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. This is Garden Song, the second track of the album here.
And this is already like way different than her other stuff. So
okay.
People are like, yeah.
Someday I'm gonna live in your house up on the hill. And when your skinhead neighbor goes missing, I'll plant a garden in the yard. Then they're gluing roses on a flatbed. You should see it, I mean thousands. I grew up here till it all went up in flames, except the notches in the door frame. I don't know when you got taller. See our reflection in the water.
It's like down tune.
Yeah, that bassy
Dude's
voice.
voice. Yeah.
Bridge at the Huntington.
Kind of caught me off guard the first time I heard it. I was like, what?
17. Then I knew what I wanted.
That's super deep. Some like glitchy stuff going on there.
I'm gonna look up from my phone and see my life, and it's gonna be just like my recurring dream. I'm at the movies, I don't remember what I'm seeing.
I think too the vocals at the beginning of the verse are like super dry, and then they kind of like fade into like the music a little bit. Kind of sounds cool.
Like a hedge maze, and when I find you
Yeah, pretty minimalistic so far, but I like it.
Yeah.
I insist, but I wake up before we
The vocals sit really nicely on top of everything.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I'm taller. It must be something in the water. Everything's growing in our garden. You don't have to know that it's haunted. The doctor put her hands over my liver. She told me my resentment's getting smaller. No, I'm not afraid of hard work. I get everything I want. I have everything I wanted.
The acoustic starts to kick in a little bit more there.
So is that like double layer vocal thing too?
Yeah.
It's like a big like Elliott Smith type thing going on.
It is the main stringed instrument there. Is that? I feel like that's bass.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. I'm not sure though.
At first, like the way she picks it or whoever played it,
Yeah.
it sounds like a guitar. But once you listen to it, like the timbre just sounds like a bass. Next song here is Kyoto.
It's kind of a bop.
Bop.
A bit
more upbeat now.
Yeah.
The band took the speed train, went to the arcade. I wanted to go, but I didn't. You called me from a payphone. They still got payphones. It cost $1 a minute to tell me you're getting sober. And you wrote me a letter.
Double layered vocals again.
Yeah. So my first reaction is it's kind of like a soccer mommy vibe almost.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, those layered vocals, so nice.
All over the place.
Silky. Oh, there's the horns.
I think that's the horn player from Bright Eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nate Walcott.
Sunset's been a freak show on the weekend, so I've been driving out to the suburbs to park at the Goodwill, stare at the chemtrails with my little brother. He said you
Her lyrics are always so like oddly specific.
Yeah.
You're like, clearly you have no idea what she's talking about, but like somehow it like makes me sad.
Do you have them up there? Is that for this song?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, really strong vocal layers.
Yeah. A lot of vocal tracks probably on
Yeah.
the chorus. I like how like boomy and bassy the drums are.
Yeah, the drums are really strong. Horns are back in again.
Yep.
Those toms really stand out. Sometimes it's really hard to get toms to just stand out like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pause it here real quick.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was a cool song. In terms of, so the way I listen to music, I'm a very instrumental based guy. So I really get into the instrumental. Instrumental wise for this one, I think it's pretty standard kind of indie rock instrumentation, but I think the vocals really push the song. The vocal layers were really great in that song.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum where because I like writing songs and songwriter and stuff. So I listen to the lyrics a lot and like and like how that sits into the mix, and it's very like lyric centric. I mean, that's what like people like about Phoebe a lot is people like to listen to Phoebe and like cry in the room by themselves.
Yeah.
So no one's a stranger to that.
Yeah, that's funny because like I'm not a lyric person at all. Like I listen to the vocal melody, but I don't really pay attention to the lyrics. I just kind of listen how everything melds together. So in that way, I probably won't cry in the middle of my room when listening to Phoebe, unless I'm like really just concentrating on the words. But I guess that's just the way I listen to music. I just listen to all the melodic parts and not really the words that are being spoken.
Yeah,
which
for sure.
I think I should do more.
Maybe on round 2.
Yeah.
With Punisher, you'll cry.
All right. Let's move on to the next song, which is the same name of the album, Punisher.
Giving off some like Death Cab for Cutie 2004 vibes.
Especially the piano riff. Ooh, some vocoder in there.
The house where you lived with Snow White. No wonder if she ever thought the storybook tiles on the roof were too much. But from the window, it's not a bad show. If your favorite thing's Dianetics or stucco, the drugstores are
Kind of like the bathroom reverb.
Yeah. Especially the harmonies have that pretty heavy bathroom effect going on.
That's like a trend these days now.
Plain sight.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's like heavy reverb until the last phrase, and then it was completely dry.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Like I know you,
Big bass swells.
but we never met.
Opens it up a bit.
And here everyone knows you're the way to my heart.
Bass dropped out there.
So many stories of you at the bar. Most times alone and some looking your worst.
Oh, those strings are cool.
Not sweet to the trust funds and punishers. Man, I wish that I could say the same.
This could be a song in like Goodwill Hunting
Yeah, right.
or something.
That's just my face.
It's like a good montage song.
Yeah, for sure.
With a chemical cut. Either I'm careless or I wanna get caught. Who I'm not.
Those subtle coded vocals are really cool.
Yeah.
Told you I'd feel like I know you, but we never met. It's for the best. I can't open my mouth and forget how to talk.
Kind of like
Are those all
telephones.
vocals?
No.
I could, wouldn't know.
Yeah, there's like
Maybe.
a bunch
Yeah,
of vocals
maybe.
there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know when.
Kind of has like a cathedral
Yeah,
effect.
yeah, the vocals and the strings kind of blended in there.
Yeah.
Figure out
Sweet.
what was what. Got a cool bass intro.
This is a
here.
sweet riff. Yeah.
So this is the next track called Halloween.
I hate living by the hospital. The sirens go all night. I used to joke that if they woke you up, somebody better be dying. Sick of the questions I keep asking.
She always has like a
that make you
like a
live in
witty
the
take
past.
on something sad.
But
So,
I
like,
can
makes it, like,
count
kinda
on you to
funny.
Tell me the truth. When you've been drinking and you're wearing a mask,
Relevant.
baby, it's
Very relevant.
and we can be anything. Oh, come on.
Sounds like a cello in the back.
Man.
You can hear the drag of the
We can be
Oh yeah,
drag of the bow a little bit.
might be even be a double
Like
bass.
double bass, yeah.
I love double bass. The synth element there. Like a lo-fi kind of
Yeah.
synth there.
always surprised by what I do for love. Some things I never expect.
Double vocals again.
Yeah.
All the
Killed a
time.
fan down by the stadium. Was only visiting, they beat him to death.
It's like a breeze wind effect.
I didn't hear that.
Oh really? Felt like a wind was like whistling through or something.
And we can be anything.
Got some drums in there. Like orchestral drums kind of.
Yeah. Timpani or something.
On, man. We can be anything. Baby, it's Halloween. There's a last time for
The bass riff is going nuts in the back.
Yeah. It's like soloing pretty much.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We can be anything.
Guitar players out there are like,
Whatever you want, be whatever you want.
I think that's
male vocals.
that's Connor Oberst from Bright Eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Be whatever you want. Be whatever you want. Whatever you want. Be whatever you want.
I just noticed they had like a full kit in there, but it was like really subtle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause it real quick.
Sure.
Make a few comments. So that one was interesting because it was like carried by the bass.
Yeah. Pretty much the whole song.
Instrumentally. Yeah. So far, album has been pretty chill so far. I think the only like really upbeat song was Garden Song, right?
Kyoto.
Was it Kyoto?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the bop.
The bop. But yeah, I'm digging it so far. Very different elements to what I've listened to before. In terms, like even with Halloween, there like I haven't listened to a ton of songs that are carried out by bass in that way, by bass guitar. So interesting. You got any comments? So
Yeah,
far?
I mean it's cool because it's still like very much like true to what she's done before, but it's also like way more in depth. Like it's not just like an acoustic song with like sad lyrics. Like some of the songs are still like kind of slow and melancholy, but like there's like a lot of stuff going on, which is like kind of cool.
So does she play a lot of the instruments?
I think she mostly
Her
plays
songs?
guitar, sings. She writes them all. I know, like I said, Julian Baker did some vocals on this one. She has a band that she plays with. Christian Lee Hudson, I know she plays with a lot. And let me see here. Anna Butters? I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she's the bass player in Phoebe's band. I don't know if she was playing bass on that line, but
okay.
But yeah, I think she mostly just does vocals and
Cool.
a little bit of acoustic guitar here, electric guitar here and
Sweet.
there.
So she's got kind of a team when tracking.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Cool. We can move on to the next song here, Chinese Satellite.
Sweet.
Is that A side there?
Let me check.
We got this is Blake's vinyl for the album.
Yeah, so Chinese Satellite's the last track on side A.
Okay, so this is the last one, and then we're gonna whip out some brews.
Yep.
Sweet.
We can switch from coffee to beer.
Yeah.
Sounds like that Dan Electro.
That's a bit more upbeat now.
I've been running around in circles,
Yeah, still the bass guitar still carrying it.
pretending to be myself. Why would somebody do this on purpose when they could do something else? Drowning out the
Reverse reverb.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like it when people actually use that and it sounds good.
Yeah, in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually it's terrible. At least when I do it.
I wish I wrote it, but I didn't. So I learned the words. Hum along till the feeling's gone forever. Took a tour to see the stars, but they weren't out
muffled
to
drums. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like everything is just centered around
Her vocals.
keeping your vocals like lifted up.
Front, yeah.
Yeah, which is cool.
I want to believe.
Cool string layer.
Instead I look at the sky and I feel nothing. You know I hate
The vocal pattern in this chorus is really catchy.
I want to be wrong. You were screaming at the evangelicals.
They bring up the drum sound and lo-fi more. I like that.
And you said I will never be your vegetable, because I think when Swore I could feel you through the walls, but that's impossible. I want to believe that if
A lot of stuff going on.
Kind of opens up at the end here.
coming to take me to where I'm from. I want to go home.
Like crazy guitar solo things happening.
Heck yeah.
I feel
That's
like
A-side.
I feel like that'd be kind of hard to mix that with, because she's not like a powerful singer.
Yeah, yeah.
So like it'd be hard to like keep her vocals that
On top.
well on
everything.
top and then have everything in
Yeah.
the background.
I mean, that's
Pretty well done.
Yeah, that's kind of speaks to how important how it's mixed too. Like,
Yeah,
like what you
definitely.
said, it's gonna like just with raw recording, it's gonna her vocals are gonna have a hard time keeping on top of that. If you mix it right, you know, even if it's a really bombastic instrumental and her vocals are really soft,
Yeah.
if you mix it right, the vocals can sit right on top of that.
Yep.
But with that song, I always dug songs that didn't really open up until the end. It kind of just like slowly builds up, and
Yeah, it's like one giant crescendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I really dig the way where they introduce the drums in like a lo-fi kind of effect, and then open it up later and removing
Yeah.
the lo-fi. I like that.
Sounded more
aspect
like
of it.
a full kit
right
at the
yeah.
end, just kind of
Yeah.
going nuts.
Sweet. So let's that's A side over. Let's bring out the brews.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Day off in Kyoto, got bored at the temple, looked around at the 7-Eleven. The band took the speed train, went to the arcade. I wanted to go, but I didn't.
All right. We are drinking.
Yeah. What are we drinking today, Blake?
Equilibrium is the brewery. MC Squared double IPA.
Shit.
8% horsepower, baby. I get my pour first.
Wow,
Sorry.
you bastard. Let's move on to the B side. The B side starts with Moonsong.
Yep. Heavy bass.
I like the
Yeah.
that sample.
You asked to walk me home,
Double layered vocals again.
Yeah.
but I had to carry you.
It's really really 90s.
Mhm.
Like really like Foo Fighters kind
Yep.
of like Dave Grohl vocal.
Pushed me in, and now my feet can't touch the bottom of you.
Slight reverb.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't have. You couldn't have.
I think her vocals are just completely dry now.
Stuck your
Yeah.
tongue down the throat of somebody
Oh no, there's some reverb on it.
who loves you more. So I will wait for the next time you want me, like a dog with a bird at your door.
That subtle electric
Mm-hmm.
with the tremolo in there.
Yep.
I want like a lap steel to come in right now for some reason.
Dude. Some country ass shit. Big old lap steel solo. Oh, dude.
Has she done anything like that? Any country like that?
We had
Maybe on her first record.
tears in
Yeah.
heaven,
Yeah, thanks.
but it's sad
sample. That,
We fought about John Lennon until I cried. And then went to bed upset.
So much of the highs are cut off the drums that you can almost not hear the ride.
Yeah, right?
I'm dreaming and you're singing at my birthday, and I've never seen you smiling so big. It's not a cool theme, and there's something I'm supposed to say, but can't for the life of me remember what it is. And if I could give you the moon,
Cool air
I
there.
would
Vocal air.
give
Yeah.
you the moon.
Trying to make out everything in the instrumental, but
There's a lot.
yeah, everything's
You're sick and you're married and you might be dying, but you're holding me like water in your hands. When you saw that dead little bird, you started crying, but you know the killer doesn't understand.
pause it there. I want to make a couple comments.
For sure.
That one was interesting.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad song. You don't even need to listen to the lyrics.
I know. Just the music just makes me sad.
Yeah, I'm already
And
sad.
I'll be honest. I wasn't listening.
Oh, I know you
Per
weren't.
usual, I
know you
wasn't
weren't.
listening to the lyrics. That's just how I am. I'm sorry. Like I just like to listen to the melodical parts.
Yeah, no, that's good though.
Part of it.
Yeah.
But that one was interesting because just the way it was mixed, I feel like all of the instruments were like centered.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was hearing multiple instruments, but I couldn't make out what was playing what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. You know, it worked. Like I heard like maybe some soft synth layer in there, some guitar.
I think they use vocals a lot too, and like manipulate that signal and do weird stuff
Weird
with
stuff
it.
with it,
Yeah,
yeah.
kind of sounds like, especially like all that airy
Yeah.
vocal stuff up top. I don't know, kind of it's hard to like differentiate what's going
Yeah.
on sometimes.
But it's kind of cool because then it kind of like makes it sound like they're all melding into like one thick instrument.
Yeah, it's like
in the
one
back,
thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
Another couple comments I want to make. Do you know if Phoebe's like a internet meme person? Or like she knows
been-
like she knows like the trends in,
She
in internet.
she knows her way around Twitter.
Okay. Because I definitely see kind of that influence in there
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like the lo-fi drums, because that's kind of like a not
Yeah.
really a meme, but like an internet trend.
Yeah.
So I've noticed a lot of like the lo-fi drums in there. I don't know, like it sounds cool because I feel like it sounds cool because like we're all into it, like all that lo-fi shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like she kind of capitalized on that. Like people love lo-fi
Probably.
shit. So
We're gonna do some of that.
yeah. So I thought that was interesting, and yeah, let's move on to the next song here. The
Sweet.
next one is Savior Complex. Did you fill me up?
Filled you up.
Oh, when?
Don't worry about it.
was sneaky.
It sounds like, what's that instrument where you push the buttons? It's like a stringed instrument. It's like a board. And you push the buttons and it plays chords.
Like a toy guitar?
No. Reese Witherspoon plays one on that movie she did with Joaquin Phoenix about Johnny Cash.
Smoking in the car.
I'll find it.
Windows up, crocodile tears from the tap till it's clear. Drift off
Auto harp.
on the floor.
I think that's what this is.
Sounds cool.
I drag you to
So it's not a synth?
shore.
It's
No, it's a stringed instrument, I think.
Sheets, you're gonna drown in your
Those are strings.
sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, wake up and start a big
Spilled beer on myself.
fire in a
Too much beer.
one-room apartment, but I'm too tired to have a
Is that a uke or just a capo?
contest. All the
That's the auto harp, I think.
No, she's strumming on something.
Oh. Could be a uke or a mandolin even.
Yeah. Opens up a bit there.
This is cool because
I think
it
that's
yeah.
sounds like the upright bass.
Yeah. It's cool because I feel like this song is kind of like bridges the gap between like her other like synthy stuff, but also like a folk thing going on
Yeah.
with the double bass and
I can definitely see this as like the first dance song at like a really hipster wedding.
Yeah. When I first heard it, it reminded me of like a Taylor Swift song in the best possible way.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah. It's got that like 3/4 swing to it. I feel like in this one too, her vocals sit more with the song instead of like super in your face,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Kind of different from what the rest of the record's been.
Yeah, you can hear sometimes the strings just overpower her voice. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay with me. Oh shit.
Weird,
Minor change there?
Weird key change.
That was
Yeah.
spooky.
Lo-fi violin coming in.
Yeah.
What is that noise?
Those are vocals. Those are vocal layers.
No, like that.
Oh.
It sounded like a boiling pot of water or something.
Yeah, there's some sound design going on here.
Yep. Some Foley.
Are back to major now?
Yep.
No, that was interesting. I like that a lot.
It's kind of
actually.
smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't like a hard cut.
All the bad dreams that we had, show me yours.
Oh,
Some bright-eyed shit right here.
spooky.
It's like a giant wave of just music.
I like that one. Probably one of my favorite ones on this album so far.
Kind of like an interlude.
Yeah, it's very thought provoking and interesting.
Mhm.
This was the one that made me think a lot. Like, whoa, what is that? Oh,
Mhm.
what's that sound?
And like I was saying, like her vocals I felt like her vocals weren't trying to like take over the song.
Mm-hmm.
Not like that's a bad thing, but this song felt like everything was just one piece.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of like she's like throwing her lyrics in your face,
Right. Yeah.
which I love.
Yeah.
But this one was like a little bit different.
Phoebe, you need to back up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Just give us a break. I can't cry every song.
All right. Next one is ICU.
This one's kind of boppy.
Interesting. A crescendo and decrescendos there.
Laying down on the lawn, I'm tired
Kind of wanted that fuzz guitar to just go off.
I'm thinking out loud.
Yeah, this is totally Soccer Mommy right here.
Yep.
I've been playing dead my whole life, and I get this feeling whenever I feel good. It'll be the last time, but I feel something when I see you now.
guitar there.
Mm-hmm. That kind of cuts in and out. Kind of cool. That fuzz guitar coming back in.
There it goes. Oh shit.
There's the drums.
Yeah. Slap back on it.
And the bass coming in heavy. Kind of cool. Fills it out really nice.
I hate your mom. I hate it when she opens her mouth. It's amazing to me how much you can say when you don't know what you're talking about. But I feel something when I see you now. I feel something when I see you. I used to light you up. Now I can't even get you to play the drums. 'Cause I don't know what
I feel like this part's so like breakdowny. Like they could have gone overboard with it.
Yeah.
It's like still pretty good. Like super reverb vocal.
Not a lot of people use dynamics these days.
Mhm.
Like, do.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
I'll climb through the window again. But right now it feels good not to stand. Then I'll leave it wide open. Let the dystopian morning light pour in.
Cool. So before we finish this record, you gotta tell me if someone's gonna just rip a guitar solo at least once this record,
Can't
I'm
tell
waiting
you,
for
I
it.
can't tell you that.
because that fuzz guitar kind of teased it. So I'm waiting for just like someone to rip a solo. If this is gonna be like best rock album, it was.
Well, no, it was best rock performance.
Oh, okay,
and that
right.
was for Kyoto.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So we already passed that.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. That's okay.
I don't think there's gonna be a ripping guitar solo. As much as I kind of wanted there to be.
Yeah.
If you listen to her record with Connor, they have some rocking parts with like there's not like guitar solos, but like a lot of like weird
riffs.
Distortion fuzz and
Yeah, I like that.
punk stuff going on.
Sweet.
Yeah, but I think the
Yeah,
shredding will be for a different album.
That's just the inner rocker in me. I'm just a sucker for guitar solos.
Dude, if there's a guitar solo, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Oh man. There's actually a pretty good in the last Bright Eyes record, which is like Bright Eyes, you don't think they're gonna like rip a guitar solo.
Mm-hmm.
But actually Flea recorded bass on that whole album, which is pretty sick.
So it's like you got it.
There's some there's slap bass in there, and then there's also some like weird like tapping
Shit.
guitar thing that happens too that kind of caught me off guard.
Flea's the man.
Maybe we'll do that record someday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flea with Phoebe Bridgers.
dude, Flea with like Connor and like Flea like just like playing, Connor's like singing his heart out,
Yeah.
everyone's crying. It's a really good time.
That'd be great. All right. On the next song, how many? So this is the second last song.
Yep.
This is Graceland 2.
Oh, song's so sad. I like that.
This is a bit more country.
Very,
Little?
yeah. This is, like right when I heard this, it reminded me of like old awesome Dixie Chicks songs.
Yeah.
Or the Chicks as they're called now.
Yeah. Right.
I'm a sucker for like dry bluegrass instruments.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds so good.
I like them too.
No longer a danger to her.
Everything's pretty dry, even her vocals too.
There's no double layering now. It's just like single vocals. It sounds so good.
Laced up her shoes. You'll die
her vocals are very present again.
Nobody
Front.
answered. So she walked outside without an excuse. She could do anything she wants to. She could do whatever she wants to do. She could go home, but she's not going to.
Violins are always there to like
So she
fill in those
picks
gaps
up
between phrases. I like that.
direction. It's 90 in Memphis. Turns up the music so thoughts don't intrude. Predictably winds up thinking of Elvis and wonders if he believed songs could come true. I'm asking for it if they do. Doesn't know what she wants.
Is that her voice?
No, that's
Sounds like a guy.
that's Lucy Dacus, actually.
Oh.
She has a really deep voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's pretty cool.
My bad, Lucy.
She was in the band with that supergroup, like the Boy Genius record I was talking about.
Okay.
Yep, she's in that band. Yeah, this sounds like a Dixie Chicks ballad.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
So we spent what was left of our serotonin to chew on our cheeks and stare at the moon. Said she knows
What instrument? It's not an accordion.
to
It's
get to this moment.
I don't know. Probably just a synth or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of a unique sound
it
though.
could be an accordion.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of vocal layers though.
I think Julian Baker is also harmoning here.
Okay.
So this is basically a Boy Genius snippet, which is cool. Their voices sound really nice together.
Yeah.
Whatever she wants, whatever she wants, I'll do whatever her will do. Whatever she wants, whatever she wants, whatever you want.
All right, this is the last song. I know the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool, like, subtle synth layer in the back.
Kind of like a soundscape.
Somewhere in Germany,
A lot of
but
sound
I
design
can't
in this
place
record.
it.
Mhm.
Man, I hate this part of Texas. Close my eyes, fantasize. 3 clicks and I'm home. When I get back, I'll lay around. Then I'll get up and lay back down. Romanticize a quiet life. There's no place like my room. But you had to go. I know, I know, I know. Like a wave that
That guitar
crashed
effect there,
and
that choppy
melted
guitar effect.
on the shore.
I'm assuming that's like a weird
Not
guitar.
think so,
even
yeah.
burnouts are out here anymore. And you had to go.
Could be a synth too, to be
I
honest.
know, I know, I know.
A lot of like weird edgy sounds in this record.
Yeah.
In the park, we watched the sunset, talking on a rusty swing set. After a while, you went quiet. and
Subtle
I
bass
got
too.
me.
Mm-hmm.
With not a lot of
Always
bass,
pushing
frequency.
Yeah.
away from me, but you
A lot of the
come
mids,
back with
which is kinda cool.
gravity. And when I call, you come home, a bird in your teeth. So I gotta go. I know, I know, I know.
Some harmonies popping in.
When the sirens sound, you'll hide under the floor. But I'm not gonna go down with my hometown tornado. I'm gonna chase it. I know, I know, I know. I gotta go now. I know, I know, I know.
Is that somebody else's voice?
I don't know. I think so. Kind of sounded like it.
Yeah. It's gonna pick up here.
That Waylon Jennings guitar tone, kind of.
Oh, there's the hi-hat.
And it's not like cut off. The high ends aren't cut off. It's like
it's
full
just-
drums.
Yep.
Driving out into the sun.
It's better to have a huge fucking drop, dude.
Oh my god! Looking for a creation myth. Ended up with a pair of cracked lips. Windows down.
It's like a boomy kick.
Screaming home to some America First rap country song.
Little shout to Lil Nas there.
Slot machines, fear of God.
Oh no,
Windows down,
the kick isn't boomy. Every like
There's like a bass
8
bomb.
bars. Yeah, there's like a bomb.
Yeah.
hanging low over the coast.
bass
Everybody's
bomb.
convinced it's a government drone. When alien spaceships
From the horns.
get away, we're not
Oh yeah.
alone. I'll find a new place to be from. A haunted house with a picket fence to float around and ghost my friends. No, I'm not afraid to disappear.
Like how the music is building, but her vocals are like the same.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
I turned around, there was nothing there. Yeah, I guess the end is here.
Hell yeah.
Some gang vocals.
Yeah.
Like 2005 pop punk. There's that
is
guitar
probably the
solo.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
This is probably the most intense the drums have been.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Minor and
Should
then
be screaming.
was that a scream? There?
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta.
You just gotta. Hell yeah. Oh.
Breakdown. Big old drum fill.
Where are those blast beats at?
They're coming. Screaming again.
Oh,
Oh, start over.
that was cool. That was honestly probably my favorite song on the record. That
Yeah,
was,
it's
that was
really-
sweet.
It's really cool. They did this thing. I think she did a performance on like, I don't know, like Stephen Colbert or like one of the late night shows. And for the end part, she went on like Instagram or whatever, and she had people send them videos of just them like screaming, and then they just like put them all at the end of the song. It was pretty sweet.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm a big rock guy, so I definitely enjoyed the last section of that the song there. But overall, the whole record, I see why it's nominated for Grammys. I think it's great. I feel like every decision they made, every little thing, is very deliberate.
Yeah,
Everything had a reason.
had its place.
For example, like there would be a ton of reverb changes in one song. Like one section will have a ton of reverb like on the vocals or something, and then they would take it out like in the next section.
Yeah.
And that like the lo-fi drums going into just regular kind of no effect drums. Very deliberate choice. I feel like this was very every little choice had a reason to it, which I think is really cool and very unique sounding album. Even though I've made a lot of comparisons to Soccer Mommy,
very much in the same spectrum.
Same spectrum, but in her own unique way.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed the record.
Yeah.
What are your last remarks on everything?
I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm a Phoebe fan, so I loved it. But yeah, it's just a lot different. It's very unique in that scheme of indie like rock music or like indie folk music, whatever you want to call it. So it was just kind of a breath of fresh air. And like I said, I'm a big lyrics guy, so like if you have the time, take a look back, listen to some of the lyrics, because a lot of the like sonically, a lot of the effects and things that are happening relate to like what she's saying, or like ends of punchlines will have, it'll be a very dry vocal. So like obviously that's very deliberate. You're meant to like hear that and like feel it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I've done music for clients like that before, where they wanted whatever musical element to relate to the lyrics. So I get that. So I'll try to work on that.
Yeah. And like she, just to also piggyback on our songwriting, because that's what I like to talk about. I feel like, do you know the band Iron and Wine?
I don't.
Oh, it's like an acoustic indie band. They've been around forever. But kind of the same type of lyrics where she writes so like about such specific events. Like it's so specific where it becomes like vague so that everyone can relate to it. Which is like kind of cool. So it's like she talks about like going into a 7-Eleven and, being on tour with her band or whatever. And it's like clearly all of us like as listeners don't understand what she's talking about.
Right.
But
we've all been to a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, somehow we like can relate to it. So I don't know, it's kind of like a weird fine line to walk.
Yeah.
And I think she does it really well.
Yeah, I think she kind of gives off the vibe where like she's kind of your every girl touring musician, like like me and you, we've been in shows and gone on some sort of tour or something, had some string of shows, and what she's singing about we can kind of relate to, like stopping late night at a Quick Trip to go piss or get some snacks after like a 4-hour gig or something like that.
Or just like arguing with your friends about music, or you're in your car by yourself and you just turn the music up so loud that like it just drowns everything out, like stuff like that. It's like
she's kind of like the musician,
pretty relatable
musician. Yeah.
And I feel like the way she writes, kind of like I was saying before, it's like kind of like witty. It's like a funny, like real take on like sadness.
Right. Kind of like
a
I get it.
And she kind of like talks to you as if like you're her best friend. Like I think when I like listen to the lyrics and I like listen to this album, it's like, oh, like I know Phoebe.
Yeah.
Because she's like telling me all these things, which is like kind of cool.
Didn't she notice you one time on Instagram? Like, didn't you like tag her or something? Or,
no, that was Margot Price.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. I made some comparison to Margot Price saying she was like the AOC of country music or something like that. And Margot Price is like, that's amazing.
I remember you're freaking out.
Dude, I should be famous by now, but I'm not. Weird how that works.
I'll make this last point. This is a whole conversation on its own too, but kind of like the state of rock music. We know that this is nominated for multiple rock Grammy nominations or Grammy awards. And I feel like rock is kind of changing in the modern sense. Like it's
for sure.
The definition of it, or just the trends, are kind of changing into, more Phoebe Bridgers style kind of stuff. Like I can't imagine seeing another arena rock like Foo Fighters coming out again. I feel like that kind of thing is like over now. Like
probably
Foo Fighters are like kind of like the last bastion of that, and I can't see like any more bands being that big again in terms of like the rock world, which is not a bad thing. Music's always going to evolve.
Just different.
But do you feel like Phoebe Bridgers is kind of the vibe that a lot of more like rock, more up and coming like indie rock bands are kind of
A little bit.
pursuing?
Yeah, a little bit. I think just knowing, just like being a fan of like Phoebe and like all of her friends are musicians, or like all of them. That's how I found out about Phoebe, is like I'm a huge like Bright Eyes fan.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like saying this record is like, or Kyoto to be specific, for voted for best like rock performance or whatever. I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch.
Okay.
Like obviously I love Phoebe and stuff, but best rock performance, like I don't know if it's not, I would necessarily call it like rock music.
Yeah. I don't even know what she's up against, so I don't know what she's being compared to.
I don't either. But I think like where it came from is like her previous record was pretty much just her, and like this record, she kind of like allowed her friends and her like influencers to kind of manipulate the songs that she writes into like some other avenues. So
Yeah.
like Connor Oberst has like a band called the Desperacidos that are like a punk band.
Right.
It's very much like rock music.
Right.
So I know he like likes that stuff. So I'm sure like that a little bit came into how she was like writing, or how they like took the
Definitely.
direction of the record, which is cool. And like I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't think
And rock is such a big spectrum too.
it's like
Rock could
saying
be anything.
yeah, it's like saying, I mean, I'm very much like plugged into the country music scene. So
Yeah.
like there's a big like argument about what's country
country.
and what's not, which is like really annoying.
Yeah.
But again, that
Old Town Road isn't country.
yeah, we could save that for another day too. I could talk for a long time about that. Very passionate about the country music scene. But yeah, you can call like, I mean, you could even say like this record is like alt country if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple songs that kind of sounded that way. So
Yeah.
um,
So I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
really care.
yeah, as long as the
Music's music,
music's
yeah.
music's music. So there's a lot of purists out there, but
Mhm.
yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a good.
Definitely
good
want
time.
to do it again, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.